everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today we're doing the second update to This is Pantasy and I am off to the races with this project. 5 items in here currently. Let's talk through finished, progress, new stuff rolling in, all of that good stuff. So starting off with the very first prompt, which was the dragon. Difficult large item. I rolled in my Ilia Lipstick. This is the color block in Rosette. Now this I keep in my pencil case. This is what it's looking like currently. So that tip finally broke off. So the progress looks a lot more substantial. Now, I've tracked that I've used this 10 times since the last update, bringing me to a total of 34 uses in the project. I'm sure that number is wrong though, because again, I wear this at work, kind of reapplying after lunch. But that's where we're getting to. It's kind of exciting. I feel like I'm using it up, so good. Next up for the unicorn, which was a previously untouched, unused item, the Sunday Riley C.E.O. This is their 15% vitamin C brightening serum. I did like this. It lasted longer than I thought it would, but it is now completely used up. I did enjoy this one. Next up is for the Cyclops, so single eyeshadow. You guys know I'm still working on my Covergirl eyeshadow in Champagne. I'm using it every day as my brow bone inner corner highlighter. This month I was focused down to try to expose more of the pan. So we'll see kind of comparison to where I was last time, maybe a little bit. This next month I'm going to focus back over here and try to just keep bringing it down. So progress is progress. It's very slow on that one. Next up for the zombie. So it's supposed to be something that's falling apart, which I don't really have a lot of in my collection because I don't have the patience for it. So I went for the zombie approach in terms of you can get through it quickly because, you know, they're generally easy monsters in a lot of video games. So I rolled in the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream jar. It was untouched last time. It is now empty. So, yay, done. Kind of works on the prompt. And lastly, for the Mermaid. I didn't do so well on this one. So for women-owned brands, I picked Briogeo. I have this shampoo. This is the Scalp Reviver Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro-Exfoliating Shampoo. The problem is I didn't put it into my shower for at least 2.5 weeks after I filmed my last update, so I only used it a couple times. But with a couple times, I think we're about to hear, so you know, that's something. Try to use this one about once a week, so not so great, but I'll do better now that it's actually in the shower. So now I did meet my goal on 2 items, the C.E.O. Serum and the It Cosmetics Moisturizer, so we get to roll in new stuff. Unfortunately, I was a little bit not super paying attention to the buttons I was pushing, so I accidentally rolled in a 3rd item. So we'll just go with it. We'll just keep that in for now. I'll try to get it finished off so we can get back to 5. My bad. But you'll see this thing running, and let's talk about what I am bringing in. First up was the Pegasus. So the Pegasus is going to be a white product. So here's something that I need to get a move on and I'm very bad at using. This is a lip liner. This is from CoverGirl. This is their, what is this? Farewell Feathering lip liner. It's supposed to help, you know, prevent feathering and your color going outside your lips. It is clear, technically, on the lip, but the product looks white, so good enough. I have no idea how much is left in here, but we're going to use this one, and the goal is going to be to finish it, so that, again, I get another item out of my collection. Next up was the Manticore, so a product that you consider a work of art. So I have this palette, and it's just so pretty, which is why it's going to be my Manticore item. This is from Makeup Revolution London. And it's a highlighter palette, which generally I don't really like highlighter palettes. I find most of them don't end up working for me, but this one does pretty well. This is their Vintage Lace Intense Metallic Cream to Powder Highlighter. So, it's hard to open, which is annoying. Here we go. But there are the highlighters. Now, obviously, this one is too deep for me. It may even be too deep in the summer, but I'm going to ignore this one for now. But these three I can work with. So kind of depending on what I'm doing. So I'll probably pair this whenever I'm using the Fenty Cream Blush, which is in another project, because when I'm doing the Natasha Denona, which I am doing today, there is a highlighter in that palette. So I do pair them together for it to count as a use. So this is going to be for Fenty. So probably one of these three will count as a use. And it's just, look how pretty that is. Like, it does not do justice on camera. It's so much prettier in these pans and with the lace detail. Oh, it's gorgeous. Normally with complexion products, I do have a goal of 50 uses. However, because I'm getting so far ahead in this project in terms of rolling and prompts, I think I'm going to up it just a little bit and go for 75 uses. So kind of give me something to work on, because again, I do have another highlighter already. But a bigger goal to work towards, get more use out of this because I'm loving this palette anyway, and kind of just play and experiment and just enjoy it. So 75 uses, then I can roll this one out, which should give some pretty good timing to projects I'll be planning on doing later where I may want to roll some other stuff in. And then the accidental roll in, oops, we got the Basilisk. So the Basilisk is associated with a dark matte shadow. And as you guys know, in my most recent depotting marathon, I depotted a lot of eyeshadows. And one of the palettes I depotted was my Dominque Cosmetics Transition palette, because it was an all matte palette. And although I did keep most of the shades, I just wasn't using it in that form. And when I looked at my single eyeshadows, because I might as well pull from those, I came across this one from the Moment palette. This is in the shade Ash, which kind of makes me think of a Basilisk a little bit, right? It's kind of dark. It's matte. Not the most exciting color, unfortunately. I do think it's going to compare and pair well nicely with these guys here. So these are the rest of the Dominique Cosmetic shadows. We got some Ofra. This one's Ciate London. These ones are Wander Beauty. So I've got a lot that I can use to create a fun look, still pulling in the mattes, but also having some fun pops of color. So very excited about that. Of course, as always with my eyeshadows, the goal is going to be 10 uses on it. And that's going to be 10 uses pulling from this particular palette here. So that's going to be my Basilisk. Now, in terms of goals for the next month, my main goal is to kind of correct my little oopsies. So I want to get my 10 uses on that Ash shade, so that we can get back to 5 and be back to what this project normally is supposed to be. But since I rolled it in, I'm just like, well, I'll just add it anyway. Otherwise, we're just going to keep progressing. I don't think, maybe the shampoo could get finished, potentially, but we'll kind of just play and see what happens. But that is going to wrap up today's second update for This Is Pantasy. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.